Hi everybody, Grandma Bev here from Life with Grandma Bev. And today is Happy Mask Monday Day. Mask Monday, ladies. And let's see, I said I was going to start doing these cards that had come in, these positivity cards that had come in one of my boxes. I've already forgotten which ones. Let's see. And I was going to start out some of the days with. So let's see what one would look good. Would be good today. These are all geared towards like the person. So when you read this, think of yourself. Let's do this little one here. This one says, I am furry free of worry and at peace with who I am. Am I? I try to be something I need to work on, so it's something for you guys to work on too. And today I'm going to do a chocolate face mask. You're right up my alley. So let's see. I need to, what's a good hair thing today? Let's do this one, you know, because it's nice and cheery, springy. Okay, let's push the hair back. Oh, I may do a little hearing it because I'm still adjusting to being back in Washington State. You know, the trees are in bloom, starting to blossom. Okay, so let's peel this. Oh, it sprayed at me when I opened it. What's that noise? I guess it's the hanging plants we put up outside the window here. We got our yard all put together Saturday, you know, for wet. Don't smell any chocolate. Anyway, we got the yard all put together. So we had our first Saturday night, I want to say live, Saturday night happy hour last night. And the yard looks good now. You know, we didn't sit and excessively drink. We never really do that. You'll have to watch that video because it was posted yesterday on Sunday. So let me, I need the glasses so I just see what I'm doing. And I had gotten this mask at Dollar Tree. I'm starting to see a little bit of things popping up at Dollar Tree that maybe were of a little bit better value or price normally if you got them in the store. Ooh, messy. But I still need to make my Walmart trip. Looking over here at the mirror. Oh, it's cold. I need to make my Walmart trip. That's what I call an exploratory trip. To see, to see how, let's see, where's that? Did I put it on backwards? For Pete's. Anyway, exploratory to look at a lot of the products like I buy, you know, normally at Dollar Tree and see if it's cheaper now to get them at Walmart. So that's going to be probably, I don't know, might be tomorrow. You know, tomorrow, Tuesday. Another ride along with me. Bob's golfing either tomorrow, meaning Monday. Well, no. Okay. Today is Sunday, as you know, when I do these, so I get confused talking. Anyway, Bob's either golfing Monday or Tuesday this week. Depends on the weather. So I like to go in and do my little things when he's busy doing stuff, like golf. So either day, don't fall over. Okay. I don't smell anything like chocolate. Nope. Where did the chocolate come in? Kind of close to my eye. So otherwise, had a good weekend. My son from New York popped in for late yesterday afternoon. He had made a quick trip Friday over to take his dad to a hockey game. His dad, he hasn't been real healthy lately, so he wanted to come over, surprise his dad, and so then came over here yesterday afternoon, Saturday afternoon, and then we went to dinner and did our happy hour, so you'll get to see him in my happy hour video. So check it out. He's my oldest baby, 52 years old. So, otherwise, the weekend, like I say, we got the backyard put together. Every day we've been getting, the house more in shape for being gone all winter and getting things all, where they belong and all that good stuff. So, let's see, what should I do with these? I read this one. Let me put it back there. And I thought today, while we're waiting around for this, I don't know if you've seen the video yet where I show where I got this from. I don't remember where I got it from. But anyway, it's got awesome social media quizzes. So I thought this might be interesting to do. The first one in here is, what 80s craze are you? I thought of just saying the questions and then giving you the choices because it's multiple choice. But then I thought, no, and having you guys guess who can get the most. But then I changed my mind. All right. What is your favorite thing about the 80s? The choices are the games, the hairstyles, the fashion, the accessories, or the music. No, they don't have, the fact that, I was raising my daughter and my sons and all that, that was a favorite thing. But otherwise, the other things, I'll read the definition. The 80s define a generation, whether they liked it or not. There's no mistaking the styles and trends of this decadent decade. Whether you were raised in it or you missed growing up in it, it's time to find out which signature craze you would have been. Okay. My favorite thing about the 80s was the music. There's so many songs during the 80s. My sons graduated from high school in, 87, 85 and 87, something like that. And so I listened to all their music too, whenever we'd take our little trips that we'd always have to be taking, I always had their music on. So I'd have to say the music, because when I hear it now, it makes me think of those times. And those were good times. I loved teenagehood with my kids. What was your favorite 80s TV show? And the things I have to choose from are Facts of Life, Dukes of Hazzard, Punky Brewster, Knight Rider, or The Cosby Show. Well, back then, I would have had to say The Cosby Show because, we didn't know what we know now, but, back then it was a fun show to watch. If you could bring back one popular 80s food, what would it be? A ring pop, big league chew, tab, pop rocks, or pudding pops? Plants banging up there on the wall. They're throwing me off. I would have to say, I didn't really eat any of those, but if I were to, the pudding pops sound pretty good. What is your all-time favorite 80s movie? Okay. Ghostbusters, Back to the Future, 16 Candles, Weird Science, and Footloose. I'd have to say 16 Candles, then Footloose, and Back to the Future. I picked 3. I'm having a hard time keeping this on. I'm gonna slip my Jason mask on. Get it over my ear. There. Okay. What slang from the 80s sounds like something you'd say? Righteous, gnarly, totally, duh, or psych. I think I still use totally sometimes when I'm describing something. Like I totally understand where you're coming from. I'd have to say totally, and I think duh was used a lot. Oh, there goes an Amazon Prime truck. What movie genre was best in the 80s? Comedy, horror, romance, sci-fi, or fiction? Well, I went, all those, the Rat Pack, the younger Rat Pack movies, with like Molly Ringwald and Rob Lowe and all those kids, So I'd have to say probably the romance, because I was still in my, I hope I find somebody who loves me like some of those people do. I did finally, but. Okay, what was your least favorite thing about the 80s? The fashion, the cars, the food, the hairstyles, the language. I'd have to say the fashion for me, because I could never fit in right, or, as far as making my significant other happy with the way I dressed. Choose one fashion trend you love. Spandex, denim jackets, jelly shoes, gold chains, penny loafers. Oh. None of them are really one that I love. I never really wore the jelly shoes. I like that they started adding spandex into t-shirts and things, cotton t-shirts, adding a little bit of spandex, but that's now. Choose one fashion trend you hate. Lace gloves, shoulder pads, blue mascara, parachute pants, rubber bracelets. I never wore the lace gloves. The shoulder pads, I didn't really wear much because I wasn't working in an office environment setting where, I'd wear the suits. I liked the office, a little bit of the pads because it would help even out the hips, though I didn't have these kind of hips back then. I was skinny. So, they want to know which one I hated. Parachute pants. Who is your cartoon hero? She-Ra, Princess of Power, Alvin and the Chipmunks, DuckTales, He-Man, or Thundercats? I'd have to say they're not really heroes, but Alvin and the Chipmunks. Those were cute. My daughter was little, and back then those cute little voices were cute. So anyway, they've got a thing here where you get certain points for what you answered. You add them up, and then it goes through and tells you what you would have been, either a Rubik's Cube, a mullet, a leg warmers, fanny pack, or boom box. So I don't know. We should take the time to do that. What are we at? 14? We'll save another one for next week. So otherwise, the weather here is on and off still. It was kind of cold sitting out there, for happy hour. So I think I'm going to turn this off until it's time to take it, turn the camera off till it's time to take it off. Because I don't like these to go real long. So Hold on and I'll be back. And I'm back. Well, let's get this thing off. I always feel kind of itchy having wet stuff just sitting on my face. Ooh. Okay. All that time was going on. Straighten up some more of this room. Oh, you can't tell. So, now it's not, well, it's still wet here, but not, oh, I guess it is wet. Any of you notice, I guess you didn't, this bruise? Look at that. It just appeared. I don't know, was it yesterday or the day before? Now you'd think with a bruise that looks like that, and it's tender, that I would remember banging it. I don't. So I don't know what it's from. Well, I mean, as far as I can tell, it's I don't smell chocolate unless it's such a very faint scent that, you just can't notice it. But I don't know, it seems okay. Just, a little sticky while it's still drying. But, I'm happy with it. $1.25. So you can get things on sale at TJ Maxx, the mask, for sometimes cheaper than that. You get them in the box, and there's like $3 a box or something. Anyway, you got to really check those out. So, yeah. Oh, this poor face. So, I guess that'll do it for today. Been doing these for well over a year. Are you tired of them? Let me know if you want me to continue with them. So, comment below. Share, like, subscribe, and I hope you all had a terrific weekend and that the rest of this week turns out to be super duper for you too. I love you all. Bye.